Our new rule today, given to us by 17th century samurai warrior Miyamoto Musashi, who wrote the Book of Five Rings, is this: swing the sword calmly so that it is easy to do. That's it. It's a very simple rule today. Swing the sword calmly so that it's easy to do. Again, Miyamoto Musashi was a samurai warrior born in the late 1500s. Prime was in the early 1600s. He's what you would call a Ronin samurai, meaning that he didn't belong to any particular feudal lord. He was sort of a free agent, and he'd go and travel around Japan, go to towns, announce himself being there, and would post a note challenging whatever town's best sword fighters to a duel, sort of how he made a living. Just before his death, he wrote this book, a book of five rings. And in it, some of the other rules, the first one, I think, being the most important one for what we're doing here on the Tao of Baseball. Welcome back to the Tao of Baseball. The first one is that the lessons that he teaches here in the Book of Five Rings can be applied to everything. It could be applied to floral work, to cutting flowers. It could be applied, obviously, to baseball and to the video game, which I also consider a baseball simulator, MLB The Show. And we are trying to use Miyamoto Musashi's philosophy in this book, the Book of Five Rings, to see if we can become a better hitter. If you check out any of our previous videos, you will know that so far, I have not. But we're going to do this over the entire baseball season and stream a game, which we'll get into a competitive game online here in just a moment. We'll stream a game each day, almost each day. We'll have some days off as I guess as a baseball team would have some days off. We'll do that too. But most days we'll be streaming a game, which no one may watch, but that's okay. This is sort of my hobby of a way of playing this game that I've been playing for 3 years now. I'm trying to get better at it because I've become obsessed with trying to become a better hitter. This game is very hard to hit. It's a good simulator in which, in some ways, not every way, of course, but in some ways, does give you a sense, especially on the mental aspect, of what it means to try to hit good pitching. Hit balls that are thrown at you at 100 miles per hour. Hit balls that are curve balls, sliders, knuckle balls, change ups, palm balls, spit balls, Vulcan balls, split finger fastball, cutter, sinker. The list goes on and on. And each of those pitches have their own movement and their own timing, which when you only have really about 0.2, 0.3 seconds to determine whether to swing or not. You have to kind of make these split second decisions and calculations over multiple factors, and it's a challenge. And I think this game really gives you the sense of that. I don't think, at least the hitting aspect of this game, again, it's simulation. I'm not actually carrying around a piece of lumber. But I think sort of the mental aspect of this game is not so different than the sword fighting that Miyamoto Musashi writes, and especially about the rules that he applies to it. So again, he says this can be used for everything. The other thing he says is to attain and to detach the principle of practice. To attain and attach the principle of practice. What that means is you practice each technique so often, so much. You have to be very dedicated and diligent that you practice it so much that it works itself into your muscle memory to where you don't even have to really think about doing that technique. You can just, in the moment, especially in the moment of competition, spontaneously do it as though it was instinctual. And that is the essence, I think, to sports. It's not that it's an instinctual game. It's not that sports are just instincts and physical ability, though physical ability is very important. Sports is also about, can you learn the proper footwork? Can you learn the proper techniques and all kinds of things to the point where you have them as part of your muscle memory and you can apply them in split second decisions. That's the key to performing at sports. Miyamoto Musashi also says, know the rhythms, both yours and your opponents. Know the rhythms of when you are ascending and when you are descending, and do not allow your opponent to know your rhythms. And again, there's rhythms in everything. And know your own rhythm, because once you're in rhythm, you kind of know what the next proper move is. And if you could pick up on your opponent's rhythm, you can anticipate what their next move is. And hence, you also don't want your opponent to be able to know your rhythm well. You want to be able to disguise it so that they can't see ahead of what you are going to do. The other one is, and this is a hard one, especially in this game, if you have a runner on third with less than 2 outs, and that is that the state of your mind should remain normal at all times. Even during the stressful situations, you have to remain with a calm mind so that you can act appropriately and not be caught up in your anxiety. And then obviously the other one related to that is, do not let others into your mind. In fact, you want to get into the mind of your opponent, not the other way around. And then yesterday was focus the eyes to see the ball, to see both big and small, see the whole field, be aware of the opponent's sword, but do not look at it. Kind of feel like that applies to watching these pitches coming in. And they're coming in very fast. I have it set to be the fastest that they can possibly come in. But you got to see the ball when the ball leaves the pitcher's hand up around here. And then you got to see how it travels and where it dips and what it's doing. And you just can't perfectly stare at it the whole time. You got to see kind of the whole field in front of you. This whole place, this whole tunnel, I guess, between you and the pitcher. You got to be able to see everything without just focusing, I guess, on one thing. Though I would suggest focusing on the ball as the ball is leaving the pitcher's hand. And then finally, again, today's rule: swing the sword calmly so that it is easy to do. I think this is important. The sword would be this, the PCI, which I'm moving with a joystick, right? And if you don't move it calmly, if you just sort of move it quickly and everywhere, you just jerk it. Here, let me try to do it this way, right? And, well, it wasn't a bad swing, though. But what you want to do with this thing called the PCI, this big yellow thing on the screen, you see the middle part of it. You want to try to hit the ball with that middle part. Anywhere within those parentheses is okay, but really you want to hit it with that middle icon. That's where you're going to get the best results. And to do that, you have to be able to make subtle movements with your PCI. It's hard for me to do right now because I'm going up against the fastest balls that can come in just to get me ready for our online match. These fastballs won't be as fast, but it'll be harder because he's only throwing me fastballs here. Once we get into an online match, you have no idea what they're going to throw. So even though the fastball will be slower, it'll still be harder because there'll be other pitches that my opponent will throw that will be much slower. And the real key of hitting is you have to expect a fastball. If I expect it, it's no problem to hit. Easy. Even when it's difficult, you can still do it. The problem is when they're throwing other pitches like curveballs and changeups and sliders that are significantly slower. And if you're looking for one of those slower pitches, there's no way you're going to be able to hit the fastball. You have to be ready to hit the fastball. So the key is to be ready for the fastball, to look for the fastball, and then right when it releases from the pitcher's hand, to try to recognize what pitch it is. And if it's a curveball or a slider, it'll have a subtle difference of movement out of the pitcher's hand and within the first, couple of feet out of his hands. And you got to pick that up almost immediately and be able to adjust as the ball is coming to home plate. Adjust your swing to hit a breaking ball. And it's really hard to do. If you're ready for a fastball, especially if it's a very fast fastball, it's hard. It's what makes for a pitcher all the breaking pitches work well, right? Because you have to gear up for that fastball, which makes it so hard to hit the slower pitches because you're just going to be early on all of them. So the key is can I be ready? And it's hard. I have not mastered it. Can I be ready for the fastball? And yet make an adjustment for a breaking pitch. And so far, my answer is not really. Not really. You may notice I'm starting my PCI in a different location today from previous broadcasts, previous videos. You probably haven't noticed, actually. Nobody has seen any of these videos yet. Again, that's okay. My goal here is not actually to make a living or to have a bunch of people watching. My goal is actually just to go through a season and see if I can get better as a hitter through philosophy. That's why we call this game the Tao of philosophy. I'm sorry, the Tao of baseball. And so my PCI here is in the middle. Previous games, I put it here because I kind of found it easier to cover the whole strike zone. But I think it wasn't serving me well in these games so far. Here, and the reason I don't like in the middle most of the time is because if it's a low ball, what ends up happening is you what they call slam your PCI. So it might be a strike, but I'm going down so quickly, I actually come down here, can't really hit it. And I struggle to control the PCI. I can go side to side and up, but it's hard to control it coming down, especially and quickly. And so I always seem to struggle with it here, but I was struggling anyways. And after yesterday's game, which we only scored 3 runs, but luckily enough we won. After yesterday's game, I went to play a couple of Battle Royale games, BR games, in my first game, and I just said, forget it. I'm going to put the PCI in the middle again. I scored 4 runs in the first inning. So we're back to the PCI in the middle and hope to see that makes a difference. Shall we get into a game? Let's do it. Enjoying the baseball season so far. My team, the San Francisco Giants. Wait, we don't want to do that. We don't want to play a BR game. I've been mostly playing BR games and just doing one ranked game a day here. We play at Center City Field because looking at it, it reminds me of Ray Raimondi Park in Oakland, where I live. Not an A's fan. Never been an A's fan. But Ray Raimondi Park is an old park, built I think like 1912. Number of Hall of Famers who came from the East Bay, the Oakland and Alameda, played at this baseball field. And a lot of players actually have come from here, especially from the 1960s and 1970s. Of course, as you know, Ricky Henderson is from here. And so is, oh goodness, Henry Rollins, former shortstop with the Philadelphia Phillies and sort of star in this program. Everyone likes the Henry Rollins card. Anyways, Ray Ramundi Park is now a minor league ballpark for our independent minor league team, the Oakland Ballers. And this ballpark, Center City Field, reminds me of our own ballpark, both the buildings behind it and just the simplicity of the field and the green wall and the outfield. And so I'm playing with this stadium for now until I get some of the Negro League stadiums unlocked. Then I might play those. And we might change here and there. Actually, let me make sure. I want my correct uniforms. My team. Yeah, we want our. These are the uniforms I made. It's of the Oakland Larks. Ooh, they got them backwards. I don't like that. Oh wow, they mixed it up. Oh wow, they mixed it. The Larks it's supposed to say Larks on the home uniform and Oakland on the road uniform, not the other way around. That's kind of annoying. Let's see if we can fix that. Let's see if we can just undo it. Ah, they're gonna make me have to. That's the hardest part of this whole game is having to remake the wording and the logos on the uniform. So this is annoying. Oh well, we'll just have to live with it. Oh, now it's right. Look, now they got it right. Okay, we probably shouldn't have even gone there. The Oakland Larks were Oakland's Negro League baseball team in 1946, in a very short-lived league here on the West Coast. To try to improve my concentration and also my mental awareness of the game, we'll see if I could talk a little less than normal. We're going to pitch one of our new pitchers today, Paul Skenes, who no one loves to see unless you're great at hitting the outlier fastball, which is my nemesis. I struggle against the outlier fastball, the fastball that's super fast. Ooh, he's giving me Jake Arrieta, who I think is an excellent pitcher. So this will be interesting. We're on the road. So we'll be batting first. Looks like we got a Phillies fan, 7-8, 392 rating. All right. Oops. Doesn't look like he's a very good hitter. Hitting 173. Not a bad pitcher, 3.35. My ERA is 2.30. I've gone up against not the greatest hitters, so that's part of it. But I do think I'm a good pitcher. It's much easier to pitch in this game than to hit. So it's not saying that much to be a good pitcher. But I do think I'm good at my pitch sequencing and trying to be deceptive and trying to sort of, I guess you say trick your opponent. Get them, not really trick them, but get them off balance. Okay, sinker right over the middle. Jake Arrieta. I think the ball's coming right here, right around that camera. Yes, it is. Okay. Now we're going to remind ourselves not to swing at a breaking pitch in the dirt. Well, at least we didn't swing at a breaking pitch in the dirt. He's giving me right in the middle of the strike zone. It's interesting. Okay. All right, I'll get 5 pitches here. I like that. At least 5 pitches at bat. At least at the beginning. I wish he fouled that off. It's all right. Lots of strikes here at the beginning. Take another pitch. trying to see the ball come out of his hand. So that was interesting. He's threw me a lot of strikes. First 3 pitches of the game were strikes. Now he's all over the place. I'm going to take another one. Trying to see the ball out of his hand. Still not quite seeing it. I wish I would have saw that one. I think I could have hit it. Okay, do not swing at a ball in the dirt. Here we go. Oh, no. Is he going to catch it? Nope. That was a good at bat. Worked a full count and then got a double. It's change up. You can see that out of his hand, but I saw it but got under it. That's the problem with the PCI in the middle. Sometimes I will go too far below the pitch and pop him up like I did there. Ted Williams. He's Mexican American. I think his mom is Mexican. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, that was my pitch. I wasn't ready for it. If you have something else in the back of your mind, man, if you're like 10% off speed pitch, it'll mess with you. Oh, darn it. Now, on the plus side, I do think I sent the message to this guy that I'm not swinging out of the strike zone, which is not a really accurate description of how I play this game. But again, it's deception. Deception. I don't have a great eye. Half the time, I'm just telling myself not to swing ahead of time. Sometimes I'll see it, but not always. But I want to deceive my opponent into thinking I do have a great eye so that my opponent feels it necessary to throw more strikes. I suspect my opponent, you can just tell by his record, is probably newer to this game and is just swinging at everything again. That's what you're going to get at the lower levels. It's maddening to me a little bit that I've lost 3 games so far. I think I'm 6-3. Ooh. That was right over the middle of the plate. He had good swing timing. And he missed it. Also suggests to me sort of newer to the game. When we get higher in levels, we'll have players who are more disciplined with their bats. See, right now I'm feeling a little too confident, and I just want to throw the same pitch in the same spot 3 times in a row because I don't think he can catch up to it. But that's how you give up a home run and fall behind and then have all this pressure added on like, oh no, I might lose. All right. See what he's going to do to a right-handed hitter. Remember this, because I don't have many right-handed hitters. What he does here, he'll probably do again when he comes up next time. Ooh. No, they're not going to give it to me, are they? The Tao of baseball. It's the way things are. Take a pitch. It's okay. Remember with Beltre, he came inside on me. Remember that next time Beltre comes up, he's one of my few right-handed hitters. Oh. Did I not get that? Do you see what I'm saying? Every game. Every game. Let's take some pitches. Okay, do not swing at a ball in the dirt. Okay. Okay, I thought it was a fastball. It was a slider, so I missed it completely with my PCI, but that's okay. At least it was a strike. Challenge him again with the inside fastball. He hit that one. I got lucky. I show him we're still not scared. Speeding up, brother. Let's keep doing it. I'm too cocky right now. Let's give him a high fastball. Kind of daring him to hit a home run off me. At some point, I could just start throwing a bunch of breaking pitches and it'll be fine. I missed on that one right in the middle of the plate. All right, brother. Ready for a nice, slow slurve ball? Strike three, I guarantee it. No, he fouled it off very early. Okay, we're looking for fastball first pitch. Right there and foul. This is how all my games go. I don't think I got my PC far. No, I didn't get my PC down. A perfect, and I get a single out of it. Cool, Papa Bell. Ellie De La Cruz, probably. Oh, nice one, brother. I'll take it. Oh, that was my pitch. Is he really going to catch it? Of course he is. Oh, change up. I didn't see it. Let me guess. I was going to say it's probably not a home run either. He's given me a lot of high pitches that are easy for me to hit. Oh, I went too far under. Calm the mind. All right. At least we scored early this game. Let's give this guy some sinkers. You got to be careful with the sinker, though, because if he's struggling to catch up to a fastball, a sinker is, it's a fast ball, but it's slower. And if he's struggling trying to hit the fastball, but is still behind it, he could catch up to a sinker. The nice thing about the sinker, though, is the sinker has movement to it, where a fastball is pretty much straight. You're out, brother. I suspect this. Don't Rory be happy. That's a good name. Don't Rory be happy. Suspect this guy at some point is going to quit. Which is fine. I can go for a shorter game. I actually have more work to do. Why is he bunt? What's everyone doing these bunt dances now these days about? See, there it is again. Everyone we've been playing so far has been doing this constantly. See, is he going to do it? See, we just keep doing it. That's what happened yesterday. Let's do it again. He can't help. Let's do one for a strike. I bet you he takes this one. All right, we're playing with him. Is he quitting? No. All right. You have to be kidding. Another out. We got to find his pitch. Okay. Cover the inside slider. Yep. Predictable. Okay. There we go. Looking inside hard. Didn't give it to me, though. Gave me in the middle, soft. Wasn't ready for that. Oof. Okay, slow it down. It's harder when there's two strikes because you're expecting him to throw a ball. What am I doing? I didn't do that, actually. Out. That is not the first time that has happened to me in this game. Wait, it should have been. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Now I'm not paying attention. Oh. All right. I mean, he's not a very good pitcher. He's giving me a lot of hittable pitches. Whereas the people before weren't necessarily great players either. And neither am I. Okay, I need to concentrate. Damn it. I wasn't focused there. I lost the focus on that one. I do suspect this guy's going to quit at some point. And I do suspect next game I'll also have my PCI in the middle. What is he doing? Oakland strong, people. Though Baltimore is a good city. All right, we need Cool Papa Bell to get a hit. I need his average up. Good eye. And change up. Oh, damn it. What a terrible inning. I lost the focus. I like the Orioles. They have the same color as the Giants do, black and orange, as do the Detroit Tigers. Oh, yeah. He hit the ball. How many strikeouts do I have in this game? Can we get a record? Let's go to box score. He has 10 strikeouts, so we can get 20. Yeah. Let's go for the strikeout record. Give us something to do. So let's be serious. Throw a perfect game if he stays for the entire game, which won't be hard. Though I think he's going to quit at some point. What's the record? Let me ask my smart device here. Alexa, what are the most strikeouts in one game? According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the most strikeouts in a single game is 20, set in 2016. 20? I think it might have been done a few times. I think Kerry Woods did it, right? Like 20 years ago or something. Now Skenes might run out of. Ooh, he turned on that. He even pulled it. Nicely done. Let's go back up there again because he probably thinks we won't. Now, if I were this guy, I'd keep playing. Probably not going to win, but this is when you practice. This is when you try. The pressure is off from winning. That's what I do when I didn't think I was going to win. When I don't think I'm going to win, then I say, okay, let's just try to use this game to get better. Who do you got for me next? Cade Smith with the Cleveland Guardians. What pitches does he have? Okay. All right. Let's find his release point. Sort of in between these two cameras. I'm always looking for like things. Gonna take another one. Though I could have hit that one. In between those two cameras up there. He's going too fast for me. I'm trying to explain something to you. All right. I lost my focus there on that pitch. Okay. In between those two cameras, off to the left of the pitcher. That was my pitch. Now I'm just being wild, not recognizing. It might have been one of my first strikeouts. Okay, we got to concentrate. Almost. This guy's got a good eye. Let's go curveball for a strike. He's probably looking fastball. Yep. Let's do it again just to mock him. Much respect to him, though. He's playing, man. He's playing. I respect that. I'm bad at this game, too. 14 strikeouts. Still have 10 outs to go. So we can break 20 if he continues playing. Now, my big problem, though, is Kane's energy is down into the yellow zone, which is like the warning. So he's about to get really tired. I don't know if he can make a complete game. I mean, I don't have to take him out. But I don't know if he's going to be able to complete a perfect game. His pitches will become much less effective pretty soon here, especially if I keep striking out everyone because that just requires more pitches. All right, we know this guy likes high fastballs, man. Let's just sit on it. Oh, my God. I just missed that. I said let's sit on a high fastball, and I hit a sweeper. I swung at a sweeper. It was a hanger, though. Oh, it's a changeup or a split finger. I thought it was a high fastball. You know, now he's toying with me and it's pissing me off. I can't believe I didn't hit that better. But I'll take the base hit. Ooh. Forget how high Ellie De La Cruz is. Oh my God. Look how perfectly I hit that ball. And another out. That's what I get frustrated with. Oh my God, I shouldn't have missed that. That's what frustrates me. Should probably turn this game up so you could hear it. They just did the 7th inning stretch, which is fun. Sorry, I sometimes forget to turn up the volume to hear it through the microphone. If I ever did this seriously, ooh. It's all right. We can use one pitch, one out.
The first baseman, number 3, Bryce Harper. Strike. 0 balls, 1 strike. Hit. 0-2. That's low. That's a ball.
The foul hurts because this guy, my guy's almost out of energy. And more pitches, the worse for me. So we still have 7 outs. We have 15 strikeouts. Paul Skenes is almost out of energy. Like conceivably, I could see us getting an inning with him at no energy. But I don't know if we could really get, if we can really get 2 innings out of him. But we're going to have to try, right? We're going to have to try because he's throwing a perfect game. You can't take him out. I do like these graphics.
Leading off for the Farmers, the second baseman, Travis.
Really disappointing that I didn't hit more off that previous pitcher. Okay, what's he going to give us?
That's a ball. Outside.
Has a hittable pitch. Oh, how did I miss that? By not taking easy strokes, part of our lesson today. I was not concentrating. Oh, he's got me in between now.
It's 0-1. That's a ball.
Look how well he hits that into and out. Again. All right. Can we get 6 more outs? Can we get 5 more strikeouts? It won't break. It won't. The 21 strikeouts won't break the record on this game. It's actually not even that uncommon.
0-1.
But it gives us something to have fun with. To see if Paul Skenes can do it. Who, you know, if you watch real baseball, he really never gets beyond the 6th inning, right? So him throwing a complete game. Oh, devastating. He foul tipped that. And now he's taking pitches. Come on, brother. Uh-oh. So I think the record for strikeouts now is in jeopardy. I think we have to strike out everyone else. 4 in a row.
Now batting.
See, we have a perfect game going, though. See how big my par is? That's what that's called, that circle around the baseball. It means the pitch can go anywhere, and it probably will have very little break on it.
0-1. No balls, 2 strikes.
Okay.
The center fielder, number 32.
I guess we had 5 more outs. I still think we have to... How many strikeouts does he have? Box score. 17 strikeouts. So we still have to strike out everyone to get 21. Ah, well, we're not going to break it, but we still have our perfect game intact. I'll give this guy credit if he stays for the whole perfect game. I'll stay for a whole. I've had perfect games thrown against me. I've thrown perfect games, but I've also had them thrown against me. You have to stay for them. Unless your opponent is kind of being a jerk, you know, pausing a lot or even talking smack over messaging you, then you don't have to stay for that for a perfect game then. Oh my goodness. Come on.
Now batting the center fielder, Walker Jenkins. Yeehaw! 0-1. Foul ball!
He was pounding me on the inside and then struck me out on the outside. I'm ready for the inside one now, man. I wasn't properly ready. Oh, can't believe I didn't get my PCI over. Well, I feel like I hit better this game, but I've only scored one more run than I did the last one. All right. We're just all about the perfect game now.
No balls, one strike. Hit it right. That's down, that's a ball. Ball.
Oh, there it is. Even better. Even better to break up. You know, it's dramatic to break up a no-hitter or a perfect game in the ninth inning as well. So let's do the appropriate gesture and bean him.
Take your base. Now batting the second baseman.
All right, now we got to bring in a reliever because he's got the tying run on deck. All right, who are we going to bring in? Do we take it seriously? I think. Do we take it seriously? I guess we should take a win seriously, right? Yeah. Let's bring in our closer.
Pinch hitting. Labor. Go red. Here, what? 0-1. That's inside ball. Oh.
He nailed that one.
Third baseman number 2, Alex Bregman. Ball. One ball, no strikes. Ball. Two balls, no strikes.
All right. Oh, I thought that. Oh, I gave up a run. I thought that was 3 outs. I'm not even plugged in, man. Now that they show your ERA before a game starts, I actually care what my ERA says. So I'm mad I gave up that run. He's making me throw more pitches than I want with Mason Miller because I want Mason Miller to be able to pitch the next game. Sorry, I even had to use my closer in this game, but we'll take the win. That is the win now, right? Yes, it is. Don't Rory be happy? I give this person credit for staying around uh, for the perfect game into the ninth inning, and give him credit for getting a hit and scoring a run. Appreciate that. Good sportsmanship. I didn't understand all the butt dancing, but appreciate the game, sir.